Morning YouTube. This is a beautiful Monday morning in Lagos, Nigeria. It's been a very cloudy week. This is probably the sunniest it's been in the last 4 days. Anyway, see, my batteries are 51.4 this morning. Haven't slept overnight. We've woken up and they're 51.4. Not bad, you know. And that's the confirmation there, 51.3 through the shunt. Anyway, so what I'd like to talk about this morning is another kind of battery accessory. This one called a battery desulfator. The one I have on my system is a BLS Battery Lifesaver. Battery Lifesaver BLS 48A Desulfator. You can see it there, it's quite warm to touch, and you can see that light is on. It is sending a signal. At the moment, this holds the signal and sends it through the battery bank. And as soon as the signal is sent, that light goes off. So it's on and off and on and off continually, and you can see the black and red cables going to the terminals. It's just one desulfator for the entire battery bank. Now, why is this here? You see it's got heat sinks because it's quite a strong electronic signal that it sends. And the question is, why have a desulfator? Well, the way batteries operate is that as the battery discharges, there's a chemical reaction that goes between the lead plates, the sulfuric acid and water solution. This is a reversible reaction, so that when you charge the batteries back, you know, the chemical process reverses in the other direction. Yeah. So the most important thing, however, is that when your battery is in a state of discharge, your plates become vulnerable to the formation of sulfate crystals. These sulfate crystals, once they have crystallized and attached to your plate, they are less reversible. You know, so even when you start charging your batteries back, you know, the sulfate doesn't get involved in that chemical process anymore because it's crystallized. So what you need to do is to guard against excessive sulfation, as in formation of sulfate crystals, and to slow down the formation of them. It's inevitable because the battery will eventually die. It's a natural process, but it's to slow it down, minimize it, so that your batteries can last for as long as possible. And if you have wet cell batteries that you can equalize, that's something that also helps guard against this. But for those of us that use seal batteries, it's good to have, you know, a desulfator. What a desulfator does is that it sends an electronic signal into your battery bank, and that electronic signal has a certain signature that causes vibration in the sulfate crystals, breaks them up, and they drop back into the sulfuric acid solution, hopefully dissolving and becoming part of the chemical process again. So that's what a desulfator does. Some people say that it doesn't work really, and you know, it's just, you know, snake oil. And a lot of very people that I respect say this. However, in my personal experience, I have done a video in the past where I have talked about this desulfator making a clear difference to a set of 4 batteries, these top 4 on that side, you know, that were sort of beginning to not perform as well as they should, and it brought them back up again. Now, I think one has to say this: all these battery accessories that we talk about is like giving a child multivitamins. It's essentially a good thing, but if that child has malaria, no amount of multivitamins you give it is going to help. So the basic thing is that we cannot stress enough that in order for your batteries to last, you have to have enough battery. I did a video on the 10 things to prolong your battery life. Those are the main things. battery life. Not draining them too deeply, not draining them deeply too often, recharging them as quickly as you can, not overcharging, not undercharging, having enough batteries, etc. Good battery behavior cannot be stressed, because without this, all these gadgets are pointless. They're just like vitamins. But with good battery behavior and then having these gadgets, it definitely makes a difference. And I think that's where the balance lies. So I'm not telling you that if you have this, you can do anything to your batteries and they will last forever. What I'm saying is that if you have a good battery behavior to start with, having these accessories like a desulfator as an add-on is something that augments your battery life and promotes a very slow rate of decline. So that's a desulfator. There are many types. This is just the type I have. There's a new type. The type's called Batteries Extra. This one is for a 48 volt bank. There are some for 24 volt banks, 12 volt banks. You need to do your research and find out, but it's certainly worth the investment on the basis that you already have good battery behaviors. You cannot wake up the dead. You cannot flog the dead. It's got to be alive and healthy, and then this promotes that. Anyway, YouTube, so that's Desulfators. I'll give you the data on mine again. BLS Battery Lifesaver 48A is the brand that I use. You can see the light is off at the moment. It has stopped sending a signal, and as soon as it starts sending a signal, it comes on again. So there you go, you see. So it's off and on and off and on. Alright, so yeah, it's good. Batteries are in good order. They really are, and as you can see here, I've got my grid switched off there on both systems, and it's now 7:30 and I'm at 51.8. The sun is coming out. You can see it's already charging there. We are having, from these 9 panels, you see there's activity, 1.3 amps. This is another 9 panels. That's another 12 panels. So very, very interesting. These 12 panels are saying 53.1. Yeah, so it's good. Very, very good. So that's the wrap. That's the little video on desulfators. So YouTube out.